Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 9 of the Red Bull Project with me, Ringo 8781 Gaming. Um, I'm treating you, so I'm throwing videos at you thick and fast at the minute. But it's because we just want to get through. We're having a lot of fun on the save, and today we've got a nice double header for you. It's a game against RB Salzburg, who the last time out that we played them absolutely tore us asunder, and then against Aston Villa in the Europa Conference League group stages. I thought that'd be a nice little double header to bring you. But let's just have a little talk about what's happened since the last time I left you off. We have finished the qualifying rounds, or the first qualifying round for the Conference League, and since then I think we played three separate teams to get to this point. And had a bit of a crack of it in the league too. You can see at one point we were as high as fourth. We've dropped off slightly after not winning our last game, but we do have a game in hand. Moritz Kiergaard and Cesar Araujo, we identified them last video as they're going to be two main players this season. Kiergaard has 9 goals in the Conference League, 7 in the Bundesliga, 2 in the Cup. He's just, again, he was so underutilized at Leifering after we left. I just thought I had to bring him in. He's been doing very, very, very well. And then Cesar Araujo has managed to bag himself 8 assists this season so far. 2 in the league, 4 in the Bundesliga, 2 in the Conference League, and 2 in the Cup. And physically, is getting better. You don't tend to see that often, on especially he's not older, but he's 23. You tend to see that a lot on younger players. But I mean, I'm happy with that. We are actually telling them to train his strength, I believe. Yeah. And it says that he hasn't benefited from it, but it doesn't look like he's got any better at it. But look at this. His ability is progressing quite nicely, and I'm very, very happy with that. But clicking on the schedule, then we'll have a little look. It's been a bit of a indifferent time in the league. So the last time we left out was the second game against Lechia Gdansk, where we picked up a 5-0 win. And if we just highlight all of the league results since then, you can see it's been a little bit hit and miss. We've got a couple of draws in there, a couple of losses too. But some decent victories. A 4-2 win against Hartenberg. Kiergaard scored all 4 goals in that game. We then lost 2-1 to Rapid Vienna. I was okay with that. We actually performed quite well, considering we had a couple of missed opportunities and a couple of bad performances. One of them being from Eric Ferreira, who was... We need to have a conversation about Eric Ferreira. And then, went back to the Bundesliga again. You got Kiergaard getting a couple, Bierwagen scoring a couple of goals and whatnot. Beating Tyrol, which was expected. And then this was the most disappointing one so far, was the game here against Gil Vicente. They are the Portuguese team who are in our group in the Conference League. Just to show you, we are in Group D with Chalaroy, ourselves, Gil Vicente, and Aston Villa. And we are, we dropped the ball against Gil Vicente. We went 1-0 down. We had managed to get ourselves 2-1 up and then absolutely shat the bed and came away with a 3-2 loss. So the game against Villa is really big if we want to get back onto that 3-point board. We just need a win. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a very, very hard episode, and it's one that we're going to have to look into quite, how we're going to play against them. Not sure. We're going to have to look into it. But yeah, the lads have been performing very, very well. If we just have a look in the training hub, we'll see who's been performing well. Rocco Simic, Blas Turth, and Simon Albertson, all performing very, 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 very well. This guy, Shalva Ogbadize, I don't know how you say that, the Georgian, he's been brought in on a trial but not been performing well. And then this guy, Patrick Itiundi, again, not performing too well. But we've done a bit of international scouting, some first team, some in the under 18s, the under 23s, whatever, going literally through all of Europe, going through the African continents, the Asias, etc., etc. And we've picked a couple of players up. The first one coming in for a fee of 6.25k. It's 26-year-old Camille Hamesh. Camille is a Syrian international, can play in that holding midfield role, can somehow play centre back. I am going to try and play him as a wing back. He's got very good crossing, very good tackling. He's really, really fast. He's got good stamina. He's got really good determination. So I've got no issues with him adapting to that position. Really good teamwork, really good vision, really good work rate, good flair. He, to me, is like a perfect wing back. We found him looking at the national teams, and we've seen him playing for Syria, and I was like, do you know what? He's actually got some really good attributes. So we got a report on him, and it came back that the only cons, he needs to learn the language. He doesn't have great strength, which again, if he's in the middle of the pitch, that's a bit of a concern. But if he's out wide, that's fine. And he might be a peripheral figure within the squad. However, his pros, he's driven in his pursuit of the goals. He works well within a team. He gets his work permit. He's an international. He's very adaptable. He's really committed, and he can play in a couple of positions. So he's coming in, and he's going to be playing as a right wing back. I mean, it's a position that we've not had. We've had to rely on loans. It's something we needed to identify, and I do think he's got the attributes to play there. In all honesty, particularly with the crossing and whatnot, he seems like a very creative player as well. 95% of the passes completed at international level. He gets a few tackles in. So yeah, he's coming in. It might take him a little while to get there, but I think he will get there. And the next person coming in is Fedi Sayadini. He's coming in from Vannes. He's a Tunisian central midfielder, only 18 years of age. See the report there. They think he can be a very, very good player at this level. It's only really his flair and his one-footedness that let him down. But other than that, he's probably got the determination and the personality to become what we need him to be. What we need him to be, I'm not too sure just yet, but the teamwork and the work rate suggest to me that he is a central player, which is fine. So if we get him in and train him up in the box-to-box, because it trains so much if the core attributes, and just let him play his role and just see how he gets on, I think he's a bit of a no-brainer. He's definitely a good player that's going to be coming in. Any outs? No outs. No outs. Nothing happening there. No, nothing happening there. So, okay, we'll move on to the next bit then. Oh, tell a lie, we did. We did have another one. Konstantin Dietl. He was found by our director of football, actually, on deadline day. And we were just, knocking around. We tried to get Luca Reichel back, but he's gone to Sunderland. But he was just knocking about. And he brought this name up of Konstantin Dietl, who was available on a free. He left Magdeburg's reserves and gone to Halberstadt, who are in the lower leagues in Germany. But we brought him in, and again, he's got a decent personality. Physically, he's great. I just think he can be very, very good. He just needs a bit of an arm around him, a bit more direction. But yeah, we've brought him in. We've got him training up in the advanced forward role. We're going to double the intensity. I do like doing that with younger players, is doubling down on what they need to do. But yeah, if he can just get his dribbling a bit more, his finishing's okay. We're going to actually tell him to beat the offside trap because he's quick. Yeah, we're going to try and get him trading on that, and hopefully he progresses better. But yeah, let's talk about players and how it's been going and how the tactics been going. If we click on the tactics then, this should show you sort of the basis on how we've been playing. It has essentially been like this. We have changed Jakupovic up to be a false nine. That's purely because of his traits. He runs through the ball, he comes deep, and he tries killer balls often. He's got very good vision, good passing, good technique. He's not the fastest, he's not the strongest. It made sense to play him that way. And if we actually click on his form, where we've been trying him in different positions, mainly advanced forward, he's literally not scored a goal for us. But you see, we switched him up to a false nine, and he suddenly jumped from 6.5, 6.6 to 6.8 to 7.1, a 6.7 in a game that we lost, and then a 7.5 against Klagenfurt. So I think that's definitely the role for him. It's just whether we can double down on his creativity and whatnot. But he seems to provide a bit of a link between like Araujo, Simic, and Stosic. So when he has been playing that. Don't get me wrong, Kiergaard is normally the main man. But Rocco Simic in his own right has been performing brilliantly. He has got 8 goals in 16 appearances. Very, very, very happy with how he's been coming along. And again, you can see a lot of green arrows, or yellow arrows, I should say, pointing up to suggest that he's been playing well. We are still playing him as an advanced forward. I'm tempted to change it up and put him as a pressing forward, just because he is so aggressive, and it's saying that that's his best role. But he's been playing so well. I mean, he has only got 2 in the league, which is a bit worrying. But we're trying to train him up to train his finishing to be a little bit better, because that is an issue, especially with the shoots with power trait. He doesn't go around the keeper as much as we'd like. But yeah, we need to speak about a couple of players. Number one being Lucas Beerwagen, who is coming on leaps and bounds. He's playing very, very well now. He is still training as sort of this advanced playmaker role, but I think he is better suited to being a deep lying playmaker now. If you look at the attributes on what he's got, I think that is definitely the role for him. So we have got him trading box to box, and we play him as the DLP when he does come on. He's got a couple of really good assists. He scored an unbelievable goal against Gil Vicente, which we'll try and show you in a minute. Luka Stosic, I'm not entirely sure what he is. To me, he's a Metzala. If you look at him, that's what he is. But we don't like playing Metzala in this system because we do have the wing backs, and he gets a bit too drawn out of position, leaving Araujo in the lurch. He's only got 2 assists this season. He is wanted by Spezia. They reckon we might be able to get about 2.3 million out of him. I think we're probably going to try and move him on. We did speak about not having a lot of money, but we'll probably try and move him on. Maybe get a percentage of next sale in there. But I think if we can get like maybe 2 million for him, just to ease the financial concerns, that's going to be a big bonus. Speaking of the financial concerns, we did get £2.5 million for qualifying for the group stages of the Conference League. Obviously, we get a lot more television money now as well, so that has eased the budget. I think we're only £500,000 of debt now. When we last looked at it, we were like 2.9 mil, so I'm happy with that. Jamie Lawrence has been performing out of his skin. Just a sensational player. Wouldn't go amiss in the championship team, to be completely honest with you. He's got the attributes for it. Daniel Offenbacher, you'll see, has only made 2 substitute appearances. Physically, he's just declining. He's another player who, unfortunately, we will probably try and move on if we can get a player in the centre midfield role who can also play a deep lying playmaker to provide cover for Araujo and Beerwagen. That's the be all and end all of that. We do have Zlatko still. But again, look at the attributes from Ange Nucevic compared to Offenbacher. It's a bit of a no-brainer to keep him around. We've started trying to bring Lorenzo Coco into the first team. He was playing in the reserves. He's 20 years of age. It's about time he got a bit of a chance. He's developing quite nicely, but he's just not got the head for it. Composure and concentration aren't great, so we're trying to train that up. We also called back Timon Bearmeister from his loan because he was not playing, and Tobias Actor, he also was not playing. I'll probably look to register them when I can in January, and probably just start rotating Actor into the team a little bit more because I feel like he can provide some sort of cover. Anyway, next step then, we need to talk again about the wing-back situation. Angel Lopez is great. He's great. He's very, very good. 7.19. He is quite injury prone. He's picked a few up. You can see he's a high injury risk again. We keep dropping his training to low intensity, but he just keeps getting injured. So we were playing Montagnana out there, and he wasn't performing quite as well. But since Angel Lopez has come back, it's been fine because we've had the right footer whipping those crosses in. What I'm tempted to do, what we need to talk about is Fariga, who in the league, he's okay. I mean, he's not amazing. He's okay. The fact he's small and not winning his headers is really getting to us now because a lot of teams, we've started playing him on the cover role just so because he's quicker and he's not as fast. He's not as tall and he's not as good in the air. We started trying to put him in the cover role, and he's just getting exploited. So what I want to do and what I want to try and do is start trying to train him as well as a supporting wing back. If you look at his attributes, he can do it. He's physically and mentally better than Angel Lopez. Technically, he is there or thereabouts. If we try and compare them, he's there or thereabouts. I mean, if you could, you would. Highlight the key attributes for, let's just see, wing back on support. I mean, crossing 7, dribbling 8, 8 and 10. His first touch is better, his marking's better, the passing is the same, tackling is the same, technique is nowhere near as good, but we can train that up. Anticipation's a lot better, concentration and decisions are better, his determination's better, his flair's the same, off the ball's better, positioning's better. Do you see what I'm saying? Like he has got the basis of a very, very good wing back. So I think we definitely need to just double down on getting him to play wing back. We need him to work on, I think if you do crossing and technique, I think we just need to double down on that. Do we start him against Salzburg in that position with Angel Lopez on the pitch? I think we risk it. I think it might be silly. It might be very, very silly, but I think we risk it and we go with this against Salzburg. Reiner, Lawrence, Siebald, Montagnana, Lubic, Farigra, Stosic, Araujo, Jakupovic. No, not Jakupovic. We're going to get Kiergaard back in there and Simic. And I think we need to play a bit more cautious and a bit more direct and a little bit more wide. I think that's how we beat. That's how we beat Salzburg. We'll try. We'll give it a go. We'll see how it goes. We're probably going to drop the press and they get stuck in as well. We just want to compact the middle and just win the ball back, but not come too far out of position. Position. But yeah, Farigra, he would be a very good right wing back if he can train up to be there. So yeah, that's another thing that we're trying to do. We're trying to make moves. We're trying to do a lot of things. Obviously, with it being the project that it is, we do like to keep an eye on the upcoming jobs. We've had a little look. There's only really Osasuna over in Spain that's kind of interesting me, but nothing really to the extent that I'd like at the minute. So we're sticking with SV Ried. I'm loving playing for SV Ried. Well, being the manager of SV Ried, by the way, I am loving it. It is really, really interesting that we've sort of come into this team in the state that they were. And just sort of, I mean, look, the team is very good. But the problem is we've not got the money. We're relying a lot on loans. I'm conscious of how difficult it is, and it has been difficult, and we're relying a lot on Europe. But it is what it is at the end of the day. It's a challenge. We chose to leave the club based on you guys' comments in the Discord and on the YouTube videos. So yeah, that's what we've decided to go for, and we're going to stick with it. Here we go then, looking at the lineups. Recent form, we've got 3 wins, a draw and a loss. Compare that to the juggernaut that is Salzburg, who have got a loss, a win, 2 draws and 1 more win. A very different team to when we were involved in the Red Bull project, but you can see they are top of the league on 19 points. So hopefully we can pick some sort of result against them. I'd be happy with the draw, to be completely honest with you. They're a lot better than us. But if we can somehow get out there and get a win, I wouldn't put it past us. I've seen us do stranger things. Just being in the position we're in Araujo, being in the position we're in at the minute is already one of those stranger things. So we're just going to have to see how we get on here. And hopefully these don't score too early on from the highlight, because they nicked that ball back quite easily. I don't like this. Mazarawi, Andre Hjorta, Aronson away by Stosic. Let it go. Oh, Fariga puts it out for play. Got a free kick here, which is whipped in for Jamie Lawrence. Get in, son. Have we Sam Allardyce them? What a delivery by Araujo, and 6'7" Jamie Lawrence. I was having a little look into Jamie Lawrence, actually. He's got a really mad heritage. He's got Jamaican, Nigerian, American, and English all within his bloodline. It's mad. But what a fucking result this would be. What a header that was. And now we're getting a lot more of the ball. This is what we like to see. And again, I think not pressing them as much as we normally do with teams is probably going to help us, because we've seen it in previous videos in the past that teams who are better than us, who are better at keeping the ball, and have got those players who've just got that extra bit of weird, a bit of nous about them, can capitalize on us. Not liking that we give away a free kick there, to be honest, but they've ended the highlight. That is very strange. I actually didn't even notice that Kiergaard is eligible for this game. I didn't even cross my mind. Bearing in mind he's on loan from Salzburg, away by Fariga. He's having a decent game there. Yes, Moritz. No, Moritz. That is shocking. Andre Hjorta, there, Kiergaard. Well done. And calmly out from the back, boys. Thank you. No! And Jonas Wind. What a save! Oh, wow. What a save. Let's drop the directness. I'll keep the tempo slightly higher. But we need to try and retain a bit more of the ball. Because that by Fariga was a bit silly, wasn't it? Here he is now. The Ecuadorian. He's found Lucas Stosic. Now Reiner. Simic. Stosic. Kiergaard! Oh! Nice play. Nice play from the lads there. We do have a bit about us, I mean, we've gone into this game. We're not going to be able to outplay them. So we just need to make ourselves hard to beat. And I feel like so far we're doing that, and we're posing a threat when we do actually go forward and not just pump the ball away. So they've actually gone a bit more attacking there based on what Dominic Thalhammer's saying. That could actually play into our hands more with us playing the cautious, the counter-attacking system. The one I'm most worried about is actually Brendan Aronson. He's an unbelievable player on this game, and they've got the players going forward. I might find that's wide. Araujo over the free kick. I'm tempted to put pass into space on because we do have Simic and Kiergaard who are fast and will break the offside trap, especially with them playing attacking. Yeah, I feel like that's going to give us more of a chance if we can just get the players into the half spaces and in behind. Araujo's flapped that challenge. Is there going to be an offside? I'm hoping Matraoui did wander off. Never. That all comes from Araujo flapping that tackle. Not his best moment in a Ried shirt, but yeah, a bit disappointing there to concede that just after. Just making a couple of changes. We're going to bring the press up a little bit more, but drop the line. Just try and make us a bit more compact and try and force these to play inside. I'm going to drop the defensive line too, purely because Wind is playing as a deep line forward, so he's trying to drop further into their midfield, which I think is just letting people get in behind us a little bit. I am conscious that Simic and Kiergaard aren't having the best games, so I'm going to make the decision to bring Jakubovic on again as the false nine, hopefully just dropping into that gap a little bit more, and we're going to tell him to be a bit more direct with his passing in the hopes that I can get him in behind. Do we change? I'm going to change Kiergaard up to a target forward too and change this into that. And then put the directness back up with a much higher tempo. And let's just get that ball forward. Let's just get the ball into Kiergaard, into Jakubovic, and see what we can create. Still a bit disappointed that Araujo ducked out of that challenge when he did. But Kiergaard has intercepted this. Here's Montagnana, who is not having a great game. But we don't really have an option off the bench. We do have Angel Lopez who can play there. Beerwagen can also play left wing back. He's done it on occasion for us too. So maybe switch it up like that way. But yeah, difficult when you've not got a great squad. So it's a Salzburg corner, which Augustinsson is standing over. And Nemeth gets given a free header in the middle of the park. I'm just looking at the bench and how we can potentially change it up. And I'm not entirely sure how we go from there. Let's change Kiergaard back to an advanced forward. And let's exploit the wings. Let's go wide. We're playing wide anyway, so let's focus playing down the flanks. Try and get that ball out to the wing backs to get crosses in. Hopefully with somebody running onto the end of it. Montagnana is struggling big time. Okay, we're 65 minutes in. There's a few tired legs out there. We're going to bring Stosic off and bring Bierwagen on. Centre midfield attack is fine. Issue is he can't tackle very well. But we've played him in centre midfield attack before, and he's very good going forward. Do we have anyone? Yeah, we do. So I think the next change then, purely because Montagnana is struggling, is Cesar goes there, and we bring on Hoffman to finish the game out as the left centre half. Cesar's obviously a lot more competent going forward too. Salzburg on the attack, but we've won it back well. Cesar now, Hoffman, Lubic, Lawrence to Reiner. You see we're getting it wider a bit quicker now. Ried, that's a great ball to Bierwagen. He's got Kiergaard in the middle. Oh, it's just wide. That was a lot better, though. It was a nice little builder from the back. We got it wide, and the cross came into the big man. I'm liking that. That's Rawi to Hyota. Palacios. Need to watch the underlap for Augustinsson here. Reiner is there. Lubic. For regret. Jakupovic brings it down, looking for Kiergaard. There's no one running in behind him. It's really where you want to see Bierwagen breaking the lines. And that's why I dropped the line, because Aronson is quick. And that is exactly what I was saying. Jonas Wind dropped and Aronson broke the line. They're saying attacker mid. He's probably more of a shadow striker, but we'll see how we deal with it. As Sieval picks it up and finds Moritz Kiergaard, who's in behind. Bierwagen shots blocked, ball across Bierwagen's header. There's a few chances coming our way. We're just going to encourage the lads a bit. But they have got a corner. And we saw off their last corner, they had a free header in the middle of the park, which this time Reina deals with it well. Good defending from the big man. You can see they're absolutely knackered. I'm just going to drop the press. It's not worth it this late on in the match. They're absolutely knackered. And these have gone a bit more cautious now. I think they're trying to get us to come out a little bit more. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep us as we are. Again, play our game, not theirs. Araujo. Hoffman's in there. Why is Hoffman in there? Ferreira. Lubic. Hoffman. It's a bit of a strange way to end the highlight. But okay, you can see it's actually a very even game. Very even game. Their XG is a lot higher, purely based on the chance that they did score from and the header off the corner, because it was a free header. But I am happy with how even this game has turned out to be. Touch wood, they don't go on and score, but it doesn't look like anybody's going to get any sort of winner from this game. Oh no. Oh, come on. Oh my god. What do you do? What can you do about that? Oh, Jesus Christ. How unlucky is that? That is so unlucky. Oh, that's a dagger blow. Oh, just so disheartened after that. But you'll see, we've got a lot of scout reports coming back. As I say, we did a lot of the under 21s, under 23s scouting and whatnot, and we're bringing back a lot of good players. I'm going to add him to my shortlist because he looks very good. We did look a lot at the obscure nations, such as the likes of Finland and whatnot. Um, he actually does look like a decent player, but we've got a lot of good goalkeepers. I told the players after that last game that it was unlucky, and I said in the press conference too, um, not to be too disheartened about that. We played well. It was very even. They've scored off a wonderful free kick towards the end of the game. There's not really much more to be said about that. I'm interested that a lot of these lads. I mean, look at him. I forgot about Bergensen. Look at him. Box to box midfielder. Yeah, that's exactly what I'd say. Into my shortlist. Don't have a lot of money, obviously, so we'd have to move some transfer funds around. But I'm just interested that a lot of these really young players are 2.5, 3-star players within our current setup. Like that guy's awesome. Maldonado. Colombia produces a lot of very good players on this game. Just sticking you with me, just in case. I mean, yeah, for free. Compensation zero. We'll gain a work permit. He's ambitious. He's a young goalkeeper. It's resale value too. When you're at a club that doesn't have a lot of money, you have what? That's what you wanted. Oh, fuck off, Carty. Stupid bloody thing. Yeah, when you're at a club like this, you've got to think of resale value too. Um, Carty would have been perfect for it because if he fulfilled any sort of his potential, you're looking at a player that you can sell on for a couple of 100,000 when you probably only paid, but well, nothing in that instance. We did have a look through Africa too. There's a lot of Zambian players who look very, very good. This guy's determination is shocking, but everything else is brilliant. 20k, I am interested in him, although I'm being advised not to get him. I think if we can turn that determination round, he would have been a very good player to look at bringing in and very cheap too. So we just got the post-match analysis from Dr. Aronson, and he says we can't be too disappointed. We didn't play well at all, and the scoreline reflects that. However, we completed a large number of passes in the match. See, we played a lot along this sort of back line, not a lot of penetrating passes. The players shown on the pitch enjoyed some successful passing links with 427 passes. The pass combinations were generally completed in a deeper area in the middle. Seval was a sight to behold, a lot of passes. Reina was at the heart of everything, and Araujo struggled to find Reina, failing to complete a single pass to him. Which to me, though, if you look at Araujo, can I see the linked events? No, it's not going to show me. He tried to play a lot of passes into Lubitsch to try and build something. A lot of passes he did try and play into Kiergaard too. If we try and highlight him, you'll see, yeah, a lot of players didn't find him. They did a bit of a job on him there. We lost an XG. We have fewer chances. We also put them away at a worse rate. And we had fewer higher individual high quality chances than our opposition, which is expected as we generally have worse quality. This doesn't make it less disappointing. We're very worrying XG performance. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that at all. And the report on Aston Villa is in. They possess a number of players who can take a long throw, so we need to watch out for that. A lot of their assists come from the left-hand side of the pitch between Omar Richards and I believe it's Ricardo Alvaro. Oh, it's Roberto Alvaro. I'm imagining he's rapid. Yeah, left-footed, so he's definitely going to play winger. Richards up and down that pitch he's going to be, isn't he? So they're not the best in terms of penalty taking. And the goalkeeper's kicking isn't great. So I think what we need to do then, they've used two different formations, Mourinho 4-4-2. A lot of the assists come from balls into the middle. Yeah, it's crosses into the middle. 7 crosses, through balls. 27 goals from their strike partnership. However, conceding wise, they concede a lot from the right hand side of the pitch. So I think we need to exploit our left side, which is fine because arguably it's stronger with Seevald. Maybe make him a wing back on attack. So he's a bit more further forward. They don't concede a lot of headers. A lot of assists coming from their right hand side. Yeah, I think then going into that game, we need to exploit the left hand side. Let Seevald get involved a lot more than he normally does, which is fine. I'm happy doing that. Or Montagnana, depending on who plays. They don't concede a lot of headers, but we do score a lot of headers. Maybe just tell them to either work the ball into the box or put their crosses low on the floor. And we need to plug their left hand side, which I'm going to suggest we have Stosic playing as the Metzala and maybe marking Omar Richards, or even potentially having the right wing back mark Omar Richards, which is allowing the right centre back to go and mark their left winger, leaving the 2 centre backs that we've already got to mark their 2 strikers, which might pull them a little bit out of position, but I'll show you it when I get to it in the tactics window. Again, here we go. We've got another analysis from Dr. Stefan Osen. They win possession an awful lot, particularly higher up the pitch. Ooh. Oh no, they're on defensive third. Okay, so they don't tend to press very high. They sit in. They're more of a counter-attacking team. They lose possession a lot in the final third and in their own half. They play a lot of passes. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Eddie Howe's giving us shit in his press conference here. Mate, you're mates with Phil Neville. You can't give anybody grief. You're mates with Phil Neville. Okay, so then um we're gonna amend the tactics slightly here. You can see that they are playing Alvarado and Richards. They're also playing Matty Cash and Buendia, as we thought they would do. Um, we're not going to roll it out. We're going to keep our distribution as we keep it because I think it's quite good. What we are going to do, we are going to stay cautious. We're not going to go direct. We're going to play like that still. We're going to focus to play down the left, like we said. We're not going to... Do we want to hit early crosses? Let's whip early crosses in nice and early and see how we get on for that. Counter and counter press, that's fine. They lose the ball a lot from the back, so I think pressing them high, getting stuck in, preventing the goalkeeper from playing it short is fine. They get a lot of chances out wide, so we need to force them inside. We're going to change Seevald up in this instance to a wing back on attack. We just want to get him forward. The thing is, though, even though he is going to be a wing back on attack, if we click on player instructions and click on Seevald, you'll see that his mentality. Why can't I see his mentality playing that way then? Why am I being silly? in here. So it's a balanced mentality, whereas if he's on support, he'd be cautious. So we need him on attack, really. We need him getting higher up the pitch while we're playing cautiously, so that's fine. Jakupovic is the false nine. He's going to be assisted by Stosic and Simic getting in there. For Riegre, we're going to keep him. We're going to put him on defend. We don't want the guys getting in and around us like we were saying. What we are going to do, though, is this is where we're gonna do our man marking job. So he's gonna mark Omar Richards, which means Reiner is gonna mark Alvarado, which then means that Jamie Lawrence gets to man mark Ollie Watkins, and that Hoffman gets to man mark Sinistera. So I'm hoping that means then, because what we want tight marking. We want to trigger the press and tight mark all of these. We want to press you and show you onto your weak foot. Buendia, we want to press and tackle hard. Omar Richards, we want to tackle hard. And we want to trigger the press on Martinez because it said his kicking wasn't great. So I'm hoping that what's transpiring in my head is going to transpire on the pitch, but we're going to have to see. I don't see us getting the result we need here, but why not? Let's see how we get on. So it's the second game in the Conference League Group D. We obviously lost to Gil Vicente last time out, but here we are in our nice red stadium playing against the Premier League opposition. So let's just see. I mean, you can see straight away it may cause us a few issues. Do I tell? No, we'll just see how it goes. But you can see straight away, though, Farriga's already sat on Richards and Ryan has already sat on Alvarado. The only issue I've got really is Sinistera seems to be dropping. We'll see. We'll see how that works, but I'm hoping we can just get at them. Oh, well, Martinez kicking and being shite was definitely a good play on our analyst. Thank you, mate. That's a great find. Jesus Christ, Matt. So we are 10 minutes in, and we have had a lot of the ball. We've actually had some chances where they've had none, and Jamie Lawrence is now injured. So Farriga's going to have to come in. And Angel Lopez is going to have to come in on the right-hand side. That's why it's always good to have players who can play a number of positions, just for reasons like that. Again, especially if you're a club like us that doesn't have money. Is that going to automatically tell Angel Lopez to man mark Richards? It is. That's fine. You need movable pieces of your puzzle. But again, 15 minutes in, they've not done anything. Maybe the man marking jobs are exactly what we needed. I think that's fine. I think we encourage them to go for it now. Here we go. Lubitsch to Reina. Araujo out to Angel Lopez. He was never going to win that. Alvarado. I mean, Ryan has done well to keep up with them for now. That is their game plan to a T. It's cross the ball, cross the ball, cross the ball. That is all they're going to do. I'm going to change our whip crosses back to mixed crosses. I've not seen anything to suggest that that's working so far. But not a bad start to the half. Here's Sinistera, won back by Stosic, of all people, out wide. Tries to find Simic, wins it back, gives it away. Am I pressing them high? I'm liking it. Yes, Constantine Ryan. Angel Lopez. Can he cross from deep? No, Reiner. Lopez. Reiner, got to be careful. Here's for Riegre. Lubitsch, Reiner. Control possession. Here's Angel Lopez in behind. Get you across the Simic. It's off the line. It's off the bloody line. Come on, boys. He's a nothing. Araujo. Ah, come on. Watkins. Matty Cash. Sinister has put one over the bar. Change you up to complete wing back. We need you more involved in the play up the pitch. Yeah, we do. We need you more involved, Seeveld. It's telling me that Ryan is getting pulled all over the place, but it's fine because he's doing well. 7.0 average rating so far. Here's Matty Cash. Mike bang one over the bar. He's doing quite well so far. He might be getting drawn out of position, but he's doing a marking job on Alvarado, and that's fine because he is their main danger. He's their most creative player. Yeah. I'm happy with the performance of the lads so far, but this is a bit silly. Alvarado. Again, he's past Reina. Stoss is trying to fill back in as Watkins' header goes. I thought he'd give a penalty there. Yeah, that's the main issue, is that Reina's not quick enough. Maybe we switch it around then and we put Reina there and Fariga there, because Fariga's quicker. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go for that. Just because Fariga's quicker. You've seen a few times now that Ryan has been done on the on the sprinting behind with Alvarado. Again, we've had a lot of possession. We're just a bit wasteful with it. Give them one more encourage just before half time. Probably go down like a lead balloon, but no, it hasn't. Here's Buendia. Headed away. Alvarado. Closed down by Fariga again. Here's Barami. Locked away. When Dia's delivery. Headed on by Hoffman. It's going to be picked up by Lubitsch. Seatbelt. Why does it do that with those highlights, man? Why does it do that with those highlights? Very strange. We're going to take this off and we're just going to play our normal game. I feel like the ones in the middle, when they are picking it up, are literally just panicking and trying to get it wide as quickly as they can, and it's not really worked. We've got a lot more attacking, looking for more overlaps. That's fine. Araujo's having a decent game, just looking a bit tired now as Angel Lopez clears. Yes, Angel, yes, son. Go on, lads. It's that. We're panicking. Why are we panicking? Why are we panicking? I'm gonna drop the tempo. I'm gonna have to drop the tempo because they're just panicking whenever they get an opportunity to do something with it. That's really frustrating. That was a chance there as well. Really frustrating going into half time. We're changing up. Kiergaard is coming on. We are going to be a bit more direct and we're going to try and pass the ball in behind. I feel like they're leaving a lot of spaces, particularly with their wing backs now coming a bit further forward. So we're just going to see if we can catch them off guard. But I think the man marking job has worked. We just need to keep an eye on their formation and any substitutions they may make. Do I tell Simic and Kiergaard to mark the specific centre halves? Don't know. Might be something in that, you know. Opposition instructions. Let's press them. Let's press them and tackle them hard. And then if we tell you to man mark Esri Konsa, and we tell you to man mark Tyrone Mings, I feel like there's something in it. I feel like there's something in this. Based on that first half, there's definitely a result in here for us if we take our own chances. I'm going to come out of cautious and go to balance because we've had so much of the ball. Let's just let them, again, let's play our own game. Let's not worry too much about what Villa do. Good block. Sinistera, what a save. That was a lucky opportunity. The ball just bounced up to him, but Radlinger makes a great save. Headed away. Lubitsch again will pick it up. Angel Lopez. We have Lubitsch higher. Oh my goodness gracious me. We have Lubitsch higher up the pitch, off corners, although he's very good at, winning the ball in the air because he's a tall bloke and whatnot. We like the fact that he holds the ball up well and he is competent going forward too. But if you look at, he holds it up, passes it off. He just takes all the pressure away, but he helps to maintain some sort of possession, some sort of balance in the team. We're not just lumping it long like Hoffman's just done. Yeah, but we don't just lump it long and give the possession away straight away off the corners. He sort of curtails that. What a tackle, Araujo. Oh, do we have? We've got Janušević, Montagnana, Bierwagen, Llorente, and Offenbacher. I'm tempted to bring Janušević on for Araujo. Encourage them again. Let's do that. Let's get Janušević on. Professional individual. Will help us on set pieces if we manage to get one. Giving away, stop giving it away. Omar Richards. Headed away. Cash now, Buendia. Buendia again. Yeah, we're just... We need to drop that, definitely. I mean, we're not a possession team. We're just not a possession team. That's the issue. And they're giving us a lot of the ball. We just need to not be so careless and pick our passes a bit more. Like that. That's much better. Here's Seevald. Hoffman. Janušević. Kiergaard. Stop giving it away! Oh my God! It's like 4-yard passes and we're just giving it away every time. Here we go. Go on, pop one in. Unbelievable. Good block by Janušević. And that has just triggered me, that pass by Kiergaard, because it's 3 or 4 times we've done that now in the space of like 10 minutes of the game. Away by Ryanair. Richards to Buendia. Well held by Radlinger. There's definitely something in it for us. We just need to be calmer on the ball. Kiergaard's flicked header on. Simic wasn't up there with him, but here's Richards. Going to run through the centre of the pitch. Buendia. Ball across to Sinistera. Oh. Let's go a bit more cautious again. They're just getting a few chances now. Ah, that was so frustrating. Stop giving it away. Just stop giving it away. Very tense 0-0 this. But I feel like we've got the quality to beat Gil Vicente and Charleroi, so we just need to pick up at least a point against Villa. Stosic now back to Farigret. Janušević. Stosic. Free. Get it wide. Get it wide. Get it in. Get it in. Kierkegaard! Oh! He's got to score! He's got to score! That was the chance. That was the golden chance of this game. That was the chance. It was pinpoint as well from Lopez. Go long. Just go long if you have to. There you go. Simic. No. Wendia. Sinister is in again. And again, good defending again. Rocco. Smash it, Rocco! Oh, he's dragged it wide. Oh, come on. Recycle. Lovic. Stosic. Angel Lopez whips it in. Kierkegaard saved by Martinez. Oh. Need to now see if Farriga is being told to watch. Ooh, okay. So you now need to watch my target, which means I can't remember. Oh, Angel Lopez, that's it. You need to watch Omar Richards. He tried to sneaky us there. And I think then, if we now tell the lads to play it wider, because they're now using the pace and they're trying to get their fullbacks involved. I think if we now do that, there's something in it. Seavald's probably had the worst game out of everyone on the pitch, which is disheartening because he's normally one of our key players. Encourage him. Let's just see if we can get him a bit more involved. They've now brought on Haris Seferovic, which means Reiner should be watching him now. Yep. Ten minutes to go. Can we nick one? Can we get any sort of result out of a Premier League team? Gil Vicente are flying. They're 2-0 up against Charleroi. Watkins knocks it back to Seferovic. Easy save for Radlinger. Easy save for our goalkeeper. Oh, they've gone for a 3 back now. Yeah, you now need to be watching Watkins. Reiner now needs to be watching Seferovic. Hoffman now needs to be watching Buendia. Angel Lopez needs to be watching Matt Target. And Seavald needs to be watching Matty Cash. And he tried to pull a little sneaky on us there, changing formation, bringing Joel Matip on. Bastards. Watkins. Matty Cash. There's Target. Oh, lads. I cannot believe we've conceded 2 late goals in these 2 games. Keeper's missed it. Keeper's missed this interception. We've got to go for it. It's the end of the game. We've got to go for it. We've got to get it up there. We've got to go for it. I cannot believe we've conceded 2 late goals in these 2 games. So frustrating. That chance Kiergaard missed. I mean, it's just going to be a closing out highlight, isn't it? Yeah. I can't. I can't believe we've not taken any points from either of those two games. We had them, you know. We had them. I'm being brutally honest here. We had them. We had them like we had Salzburg. Ah man. Anyway, that's the double header. We're gonna leave it there. I'm gonna now go and watch some of the Saturday footy and play some Football Manager, and hopefully we'll have a update for you maybe around January time. Well, thank you very much for watching. It's a bit of a longer video today, so if you are still around, thank you very much, and we will see you all next time on the Red Bull Project.